All right, Shalom. Before I get started with this live lesson, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring, the house of David, the elect, that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and shalom to the elect. I'm back with another live lesson through the Holy Spirit, the Rakakwadash. All right. And just wanted to do this lesson here on this channel just in case they try to clip me for playing this video. All right. Just want to play it smart. But either way, I want to get into this lesson here. Quick lesson. The Strait gate and our mindset going into the time of great testing. All right. So I was just thinking about that. As I was looking through this article. And as we know, this information that's being presented here is not new to us. But as we are, moving closer to the end of this man's system, all right, we understand that all these things have been prepared, all right, which is going to go into the time of our trial, and great testing that's coming, man. All right, a time of testing is coming upon us, all right. So we have to have a mindset, a certain type of mindset, as we go into these perilous times, the scriptures say, But this is from AmericasFirstReport.com. It says the headline. It says large-scale prisons being secretly erected in all 50 states, housing for illegals or concentration camps for Americans, man. So, I mean, we have an idea, that these things, these camps, these re-education centers, these things that have been in preparation for years now. You're talking about over 10 plus years. These things have been pretty much, spoken about, back, when YouTube, before YouTube had all these regulations on the videos, it was a lot of videos going out about the, the preparation of these camps, the guillotines, things like that, the things that's going to aid in the trial of the Lord's elect, So real quick before I play the video, this is Acts 14:22, and it reads, it says, confirming the souls of the disciples, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Shemel Shah. So tribulation is going to happen. All right. Tribulation is what we are getting ready to go through in order for us to achieve, the victory in Yahweh Shemel Shah. All right. That great time of testing, as Elder Apostle Tahar went through a lesson, I want to say about a week or so ago. And these trials are coming, man,
Strong's G 2347. Thlipsis.
All right. That's the word for tribulation. In the Greek, it says a pressing together pressure. All right. The Lord is about to apply pressure. All right. This is metaphorically oppression, affliction, tribulation, distress, straits. All right. The Strait gate. All right. So this is what's being presented here in this article. All right. It's pretty much the Strait gate. All right. Large-scale prisons being secretly erected in all 50 states, housing for illegals or concentration camps for Americans. All right. This is the Strait gate. All right. Matthew chapter 7. Okay. The narrow and wide gates, Matthew 7:13. And it reads, it says, enter ye in at the Strait gate. All right. What does that word straight mean? I have that pulled up. All right. Strait. The point, it says a position of difficulty, perplexity, distress, or need, as we just read in Acts 14:22. All right. Exhorting the believers through much tribulation is how we're going to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Shemel Shah. All right. Distress, affliction, oppression, straits. All right. The great time of testing. All right. A position of difficulty, perplexity, distress, or need. It says difficult, stressful. All right. Things are about to change throughout the society, man. All right. Everybody all over the internet is talking about the eventual collapse of the American dollar and the rolling out of this digital currency, the universal basic income, the MOTB, all of these things that are tied into this into the image of the beast, this new, you know, technological system that's being implemented right now, where they're going to do away with physical cash. All right, where all your movements and purchases and financial transactions are going to be they're going to be monitored, they're going to be marked. All right, this is going to be a heavy time, a difficult time, a stressful time. It says having or marked. It says having or marked by limited funds or resources, and that's heavy too. Because what are these devils doing? All right, in the name of climate change. All right, they're getting rid of the cows, the chickens. They're orchestrating a famine. All right, they're getting rid of they're getting rid of cash. All right, no more purchases with physical money. It's all everything is going digital. All right, this is the change. This is the new system that's coming into play. All right, having or marked by limited funds or resources, man. All right, people are not going to easily have access to get food anymore, water, things of that nature. Okay, these are the straits. These are the stressful times that are coming. All right, narrow or confined, fitting tightly constricted, strict, rigid, or righteous. All right, so we get that. So let's go back to the scripture here. All right, this is the straight gate that's coming. Matthew 7 and 13, enter ye at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. So many are going to go into the wide, to the broad way. All right, the way of this world. Many are going to bow. All right, when this man presents that this new system, this MOTB, many are going to bow to this man's system. All right, they're going to go on the way of the world, which is going to be to the destruction. You know, it says, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. Right. So this knowledge, this wisdom, all right, is only for the chosen few. All right, and only few there be that find it, man. All right. So we understand as we were commanded to give Jake, you know, the whole world, the whole role. All right, to let our people know to not hold back our sword from blood, as the scriptures say, but to let our people know what's getting ready to befall them, man. All right, this is the trial, this is the test, this is the straits, man. All right, so let's play a little bit and then we'll grab a few more scriptures and wrap it up. All right, every day is one step closer of all of this shit going down. All right, so we're going to continue to warn you and give you the good, the bad, and the ugly throughout these scriptures, man. All right, to prepare your mindset for what's coming. All right, the things that we're going to eventually have to endure through the spirit, man. All right.
In a recent interview with Clayton Morris on Redacted, U.S. Border Patrol agent turned filmmaker J.J. Carroll discussed his new documentary and the fact that prison facilities are being built in all 50 states to hold millions of political dissidents.
And there's detention facility bids to build individual detention facilities in every state in the union. And then she goes on to say to me, well, JJ, who do you think they're built for? And she says in this interview, they're for dissidents, American dissidents.
The FEMA camps were reported decades ago. This was never an outrageous conspiracy theory. The U.S. government has been framing American patriots as the enemy for decades, and the reason should be obvious. Those who have been in control of the U.S. government for generations have no interest in serving the people in accordance to the Constitution or otherwise. Our country is being destroyed from within, and the rule of law has been weaponized against those who defend it. Hundreds of innocent Americans have been arrested and thrown in jail because they chose to peacefully protest the 2020 stolen election. and others, such as Jeremy Brown, a Green Beret who was approached in late 2020 by federal agents trying to recruit him for the Jan 6 false flag operation, was arrested after going public with this information by the same federal agents. He was put in maximum security prison, where he remains to this day, his 1,000th day in federal prison. Hundreds of innocent Americans have been in jail for years, and several have been tortured. Much of America is okay with the fact that hundreds are rotting in jail for a peaceful protest. It's already become the norm. While it's definitely worth celebrating the release of Julian Assange, the American people have never been more divided. The Daily Mail reports that more than 40% of Americans think a new civil war will be fought within the next decade. According to one poll, more than 4 in 10 U.S. voters say the country is likely to get ripped apart in a second civil war within 5 years. And another shows that over 100 million Americans say that civil war is coming. Based on the recommendation of think tank Policy Horizons, Canada has been preparing for an American civil war, including cyber attacks and grid failures following the 2024 presidential election.
Right. Let me add on to that, man. So all of these things that's being discussed have been in the making, man. All right. It's been on the books. It's been, they've been prepping for this, for this ultimate end, if you will, Daniel 12:1, and it reads, the time of the end, it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. All right. So one of the top angels under Yahweh Shai, that's how bad it's going to be, man. All right, is going to come down here and stand up for the people, for the elect. It says, and there should be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. So this is what we're hearing about in this video clip here. All right, the time of trouble, which you're talking about a time of trouble which has been unheard of, man. All right, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered. All right, the elect, everyone that should be found written in the book. All right, written in the book of life, that was already predestined to make it through these times of trouble, man. So just the scriptures letting you know that the times that we're entering into are going to be next level, man. This is why we have to prepare our minds to go through the straight gate, man. All right. There's a certain type of mindset that we need to have. All right. As we enter into this time, let me get that too in First Corinthians, the 7th chapter, and we'll go back to the video. Okay. So this is 1 Corinthians 7:29. It says, but I say this, brethren, the time is short. All right. And we obviously see that. All right. The time has been sped up. The Lord has accelerated these days for the elect. The prophecies, everything is coming to fruition extremely fast. All right. It says the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none. And that's the type of mindset that we have to have, man. That you may have a wife, but in your spirit, in your mind, it's like you don't even have one. All right. It says, and they that weep as though they wept not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they possess not. Because we coming into the time where, look, everything that you own and possess is going to be taken away. All right. Everything that you trust in, that that you confide to, your security, so to speak, is all going to be stripped away from you. The Lord is getting ready to take away comfort from this so-called American society. All right. So if you don't have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in Yahweh Shema Shai, you have nothing. All right. That's all that's going to matter. Do you know Yahweh Shema Shai? Are you part of the elect? Will you be protected and preserved in the times to come? It says, verse 31, and they that use the world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. Look at everything that's happening. All right. World War III, civil unrest throughout the streets of Babylon, a possible election, not having an election. All right. A economic collapse. All right. New pestilences, things like that, diseases. the MOTB, which is being talked about on major platforms right now. You know, everything is about to pass away on this side. You see, it says, and that's the point. So the mindset the point I was making about the mindset, we got to understand that, look, everything on this side is about to be cut short. You know, let's go back. Excuse me.
Policy horizons. Canada has been preparing for an American Civil War, including cyber attacks and grid failures following the 2024 presidential election. The soldiers of the New World Order are not going to die easy. They are apparently willing to spark a nuclear conflict with Russia and are already writing new laws to bring back the draft.
So women have never been required to register for the draft, but that could soon change thanks to lawmakers on Capitol Hill.
Martha, good morning. The Senate version of the National Defense Authorization Act, which sets out military and national security priorities, would require women to register for selective service. It concludes, quote, "This is a necessary and fair step, making it possible to draw on the talent of a unified nation in a time of national emergency." Now, there are two different versions of this bill, one in the House, one in the Senate. So it's possible women in the draft could get dropped as lawmakers iron out the differences.
So while women may get dropped from this bill, our government is bringing back the draft while provoking a major war with Russia. They have their bunkers, and they've already jailed hundreds for protesting an election. So they'll definitely jail draft dodgers and everyone else who stands in their way, unless we unite against them. Reporting for InfoWars, this is Greg Reese.
Boom. So, hey, it's going down. All right. Can't make it no more plainer than that. All right. Revelation 2:10, and it reads, it says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison." All right. This is what we were just looking at here in this on this article with this video. All right. The title: large-scale prisons being secretly erected in all 50 states, housing for illegals or concentration camps for Americans, man. So this has already been in motion. This is prophecy here, man. The Lord said, "Fear none of those things," right? Revelation 2:10, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison." All right. That's these detention centers, these camps, these re-education centers is what they're calling them. All right. "That you may be tried." This is the time of what? Of trial. Great testing. All right. Our faith is going to be tested on the highest level. All right. It says, "And ye shall have tribulation 10 days," which is, a period of time. "Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life." Right. So, hey, we don't know how our story is written, but if it has to be that way, then so be it. All right. But at the end of the day, all right, we understand through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai that there is no loss in Yahweh Shai. All right. But the point is what? The mindset. All right. We understand these things, like it told us in 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, what should be our what does it say? Our holy what should be our holy conversation, if you will, our conduct. All right. Understanding that these things are bound to go down pursuing the prophecy. How should we be carrying ourselves? What should our mindset be as we enter into this time of tribulation? All right. It says, I'll finish it out. It says, "He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt in the second death." And ultimately, we're fighting to make it out of here, to not be a part of the Lord's judgment, to not take part in that second death, which is going to be what? Nuclear destruction. Okay. Nuclear fire consuming the land of Babylon, America, man, in various parts of the earth. The only way to escape that is through the chariots of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, right? Going into was that Isaiah? Was it 20? Salakia. Bear with me. No, you know what? Not Isaiah 20. It says chambers, right? "Enter thou into thy chambers." That's I don't know why I couldn't think of that off the top of my head. Bear with me. Let me pull it up. All right. Overpass. Yeah, Isaiah 26. There you go. All right. It's Isaiah 26. In verse 20, it says, "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers." That represents the chariots. All right. The so-called UFOs, where the elect are going to get beamed up into the heavens. All right. "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed." What is the indignation? The nuclear destruction, the second death. That's the only way that you're going to escape the judgment. All right. Is by the chariots, man. Okay. Verse 21, "For behold, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also should disclose her blood and shall no more cover her slain." So the Lord is about to bring judgment, man. Right? But that's the only way you're gonna make it out. Right? So let's go back and read a little bit more. Okay. Anything else that stood out? It says concentration camps in America. Carroll, who considers himself something of an expert on these types of things, says he was shocked at what Hutchinson had to say. He says he fell for the idea that these detention facilities are for illegals and migrants and not Americans. Right? It says most of these ICE facilities are completely empty. Carroll explains, "I've talked to my buddies in Texas and San Diego. I've talked to my ICE supervisors, and they tell me that they're empty." So you're talking anywhere from 30,000 to 40,000 beds across America, mainly in the southern border, are empty. Why are they empty? Because we have massive catch and release, and so on and so forth, right? So the point is going down. All right, let's finish it out here. All right, this is things to come. Luke 21 and verse 12. It says, "But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake." So once again, this is the trial. This is the test. All right. Remember, pursuing Isaiah 13, 1 and 2, that this word is going up to the gates of the nobles, man. All right. This word, the gospel of Yahweh Shem Yahushai has shaken up the leadership, the gates, man, the people who actually control society. This is why we're at the point of now them addressing us, man. All right. Certain laws and decrees being put in place about the JOOs, why you can't speak against them. Right. You know, what we do is being regarded as hateful, hate speech. All right. Categorizing us as T's. All right. As radical extremists. You know, all of those buzzwords that Esau uses to sensationalize, you know. This is the time, man. Delivering you up to synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And it shall turn to you for a testimony, right? Settle it therefore in your hearts, not to meditate before what you shall answer, right? Because as we just read, we're going to be brought before the judges, the kings, the rulers. But Yahweh Shem Yahushai, what? He with us always, to the end of the world, always. He's going to give us the mouth to speak. All right. It says, verse 15, "For I give you a mouth and wisdom which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist." And that's happening now, man. You can't debunk the truth. All right. You can't stop the truth. You can do nothing for the truth. You can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth, man. Right. This is why you got vocab flying across the world, you know, harassing different Israelite camps. All right. Because he was set up to be, you know, opposition to this truth. This is why you got the Christians trying to come, you know, against the Israelites now, you know, because this word has consumed these people, man. You know, It says, and you should be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinfolks and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death. Right, because there's going to be a great persecution against the church, against the believers. Okay, you're going to have the whole world turn against us, man. We're going to be slandered. We're going to be lied upon. You know, the things that are coming are going to be totally unfair, but this is what we're going to have to endure. And you should be hated of all men for my name's sake. You see that? Literally, the world is going to be against us. As Yahweh Shai said, marvel not if the world hates you. It hated me first. All right? The spirit of truth, John, 14 and 17, the spirit of truth whom the world cannot receive. You know? Verse 18, but there shall not of an hair of your head perish, and your patience possess ye your souls. All right. So we're going to have to be patient. And part of that patience is what? To suffer, man. All right. That's the test, the great test, the suffering, the things that are coming down the pipe. Revelation 3 and 10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, right? I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Once again, the trial, the hour of temptation that's going to come upon the whole world, as the Lord said, right?
Strong's G 3986. Pyrosmas. Pyrosmas.
For that word temptation, it says an experiment, attempt, trial, proving. See, this is the time of proving. Okay. You know, these are the things that I was thinking about. You know, this is going back. It says trial, proving, the trial made of you by my bodily condition, since condition served as to test the love of the Galatians towards Paul, the trial of men's fidelity, integrity, virtue, constancy. All right, your faith, your integrity. Do you really believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua? You know, it says an enticement to sin, temptation, right? You know, you're going to be presented with that MOTB. All right. Are you going to bow the knee? Are you going to sell out? Whether arising from the desires or from the outward circumstances, internal temptation to sin. Okay. It says definition 4. It says adversity, affliction, trouble. All right. Jacob's trouble. Sent by the Most High and serving to test or prove one's character, faith, holiness. That's what's coming. All right. To test our faith and holiness, man. Okay. Like brother said, hey, be prepared to take a hard stance in righteousness, man. Okay. These things are coming. It's all set up. All right. That's why I wanted to play this video, man. You know, just on this channel, just in case they try to hit me for playing that video. You never know with all these new, you know, rules and regulations and shit. You know how it is on YouTube, man. But you know, that's the mind that we gotta have, man. You know, Isaiah 33 and 6. It says in Isaiah 33 and 6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is his treasure, right? So the wisdom and knowledge is what's going to allow you to be stable in these perilous times, man. All right. Whatever these devils got prepared for is going to be huge. It's going to be next level. It's going to change the course of America. All right. So much going on right now. Another point, world dangerously headed for food wars, top commodity trader wars, right? Food wars, scarcity of food, man. Limited resources. All right. You not having access to food and water. This shit is about to get real. You see that? Let me get one more, man. All right. This is what's being about. Okay. John 15, and it reads, it says, this is rather the Yahushua speaking. It says, if the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love his own. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. All right. So we're getting ready to go through this. All right. It says, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. So as our Lord and Savior was persecuted, we're getting ready to go through the same walk. All right. The servant is not greater than his Lord, as the scripture said. Verse 21, it says, but all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. Bottom line, man. All right. So prepare our minds, man. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shem Shah, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. That's Ephesians, the 6th chapter, man. All right. So once again, the prophets of the Lord, the prophets of Yahweh Shem Shah, are standing upon the watchtower, warning the people. The Lord said, "Give them warning from me." All right. So we've warned you, man. All right. So just prepare your mind for the things to come, man. Because the days are evil. So I pray that this quick lesson was informative and also edifying. I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakakwadash, and Shalom.